we go scatter them.
Me see the me want the me am yankasa. I go rape you.
I go scatter them.
I teach you to go stop and go beat them.
Well. We go fuck at them. So the 2025 WASSCE results were released recently, and I think it is the best representation of Ghana's educational system in recent years. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the results are good, but I'm not saying they are bad either. In reality, they are terrible, especially commerce, falling almost 18% in the number of students who passed as compared to the previous year. It no be small fall. That one be slipped on a banana, landed in a gutter type of fall. The results also came with a whole crime report. Over 7,000 students punished for examination malpractice, nearly 40 teachers and examination officers facing criminal charges. The people who are supposed to protect the system and facilitate the process are the same people destroying it.
Can you imagine?
So how did we get here? How did we go from chasing academic excellence to chasing TikTok trends? When did our educational system take such a sharp curve downhill, and who is actually responsible? Is it the teachers, the students, or the system? Let's get into it. From the very beginning, the system was a weapon fashioned against us. Ghana's first educational system, the colonial one, wasn't created to help young minds think, be creative, or even build anything for themselves. It was designed to produce assistants, clerks, record keepers, people who could copy neatly, speak politely, and repeat instructions without asking why. That system taught obedience, not imagination, memory instead of understanding, and repetition instead of reasoning. And even though colonialism ended, the classroom didn't exactly change. We took the old design, dusted it off and painted it, and kept moving as if we went in a new era. When we gained independence, something beautiful happened. We wanted every child to go to school. Every child should have the opportunity to learn, climb, and build a future for themselves. That dream was pure, and the intentions behind it were honest. But the system didn't grow fast enough to accommodate the new wave of students. Classrooms didn't multiply, and resources were simply not enough to meet that grand ambition. But even so, we kept pushing more children into spaces that were already full, with teachers who were already overwhelmed, using methods that were already outdated. And because the mindset from the old system was still there, we kept celebrating growth instead of actual growth. Passing was more important than actually understanding the topic or being able to apply it in real life. Fast forward years later, and the system is still the same, just with a BBL to look better or worse depending on where you stand. We introduced free SHS, a noble idea. Education shouldn't be a luxury, and no parent should struggle to send their child to senior high school. It should be accessible to everyone. But we plugged millions of students into a system that was already breathing through a straw. And to prevent the whole thing from collapsing, we introduced the double track system, a schedule where some students go to school while others stay home. An arrangement meant to fix congestion, but ended up giving teenagers months of free time, boredom, and Wi-Fi. Enter social media. You know what happens when you give a modern Ghanaian teenager, not even a Ghanaian teenager, any teenager, time, boredom, and Wi-Fi? Social media will raise them faster than you or school could ever do. And that's exactly what happened. TikTok became their new teachers, trends became their curriculum, and going viral became the goal. Everyone wants their 5 minutes of fame, and it's insane the things people will do to achieve it. You have no idea. Students started chasing clouds the way previous generations chased scholarships. They are home for weeks, scrolling, watching, copying, trying to blow by any means necessary. But here's the plot twist. Even without TikTok, the system was already wobbly. The legs were shaking already. The introduction of social media just sped up the process and turned the wobble into a dance. Now, teachers are not the villains in this story. In fact, they are also victims, underpaid and overworked, the two trademarks of a Ghanaian teacher. Some teachers are handling 6, 5, 7 classes a day. Back in SHS, one of my teachers would always walk into class exhausted, even before the lesson began. Man tired. At the beginning of every semester, the first thing this man would tell us, we are not going to finish the syllabus. Not because he didn't want to teach. The workload he had never matched the amount of energy a human being could realistically produce. Man was handling 7 classes, minimum of 40 students per class, And it was a boys' school, so you can imagine. And the serious teachers, the ones who were insanely passionate about their job, even ended up telling us to chew and pour. My biology teacher's words, Masa, at the end of one tiasie, di babano, ko, na kwa chilegu ho, chane ko, uko final the results neko, ubi musa kwanya faso unyaye. Don't get me wrong. He understood the subject, but he had come to the realization that the entire system is about passing the exams. There's no reward for you actually being able to understand or apply what you've learned. So what's the point? We live in a country where what you know doesn't always open doors for you. A country where the most dangerous phrase anybody can ask you, who knows you? That job that you're going to apply for, who knows you? The university, do you know someone there? A friend of mine once said, one phone call can change your destiny. Until date, that thing has not been disproven. That statement is still in effect. Take the WASSCE results for example. There's someone out there that failed everything. His results, defe. Next year, you will see him magically in some university somewhere studying medicine. Somebody with straight A's won't even smell the opportunity because the system doesn't reward competence. It rewards connections. People with access rise and people with abilities are actually overlooked. So now we mix all that with a generation that's raised online. A generation that believes fame is success and education is a waste of time. And suddenly we are shocked when teenagers record inappropriate videos of themselves in uniform, carry weapons to school, or get results that spell defe. But look at the timeline. Look at the path we've charted for ourselves. We are not dealing with misbehaving students. We are dealing with a system that never taught them why education matters in the first place. And this is where the colonial thread comes back in. We moved on from the colonizers, but not from their methods. We kept the structure, we kept the mindset, we kept the exam obsession, the memorization culture. Technically, we free the people, but the system still holds us captive. And that's the danger of inherited systems. When you accept something for so long, it becomes normal, even if it's broken. Society agrees on it, so it's fine. Oh, Charlie, that be how we for do them for here. That thing, if we just show them, then go rep something. You know, for stress your body. So now we do them for here. You know, for be so, bro. It's not normal. It hasn't been normal for decades. And until we accept that Ghana's educational system is outdated, overloaded and out of sync with the current world, we'll keep producing frustrated students, overwhelmed teachers, and a generation that sees learning as punishment instead of opportunity. This didn't start today. It didn't start with TikTok. It didn't start with free SHS. It started a long time ago with a system designed for a purpose that no longer exists. So until we overhaul the system, not fix, not patch, not paint and redesign, overhaul everything from the ground up, we'll keep watching the same story repeat with new actors over and over again. My name's Liman. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like and leave a comment. Until next time, catch you on the flip side. Bye.